This Southern weekend, it's all about life in the Low Country. We'll stroll through history
I want to live here.
and hit the beach for some surfing lessons.
Oh, yes.
We'll check out a brewery home to big beards and even bigger pizzas. We'll sample beachside tuna nachos, delicious barbecue brisket,
Holy cow.
and finish it off with a cup of tea straight from the source.
This is the freshest tea you're going to find in this country.
So come join the adventure.
We're exploring Charleston, South Carolina on the Southern Weekend. I'm Molly McKinney. I travel across the South, meeting amazing people,
Dancing, we're having a good time with it.
tasting delicious food. That is outstanding. And exploring great new places to visit. I love weekends in the South, and I think you will too. Let's go check it out. So come join the adventure as we start the Southern Weekend. Charleston, South Carolina is one of our favorite cities with its rich history, beautiful scenery, and Southern charm. It's just an unforgettable place to visit. So we're starting our Southern Weekend downtown with a tour of Charleston's famous Market Street.
Hello. Molly, how are you?
meet you.
Welcome to Charleston.
Thanks for agreeing to show me around today.
That's great. Yeah, you're in America's favorite city.
You're a little partial. You do
Well, a
live
little
here.
bit. Come on. I mean, this is it. I mean, how can you not be? I mean,
Well, there's so many attractions to choose from here, but I was excited you decided on the market.
well, you know, the market's such a central part of Charleston. I mean, you look around and it's like right in the middle. They sell everything from baskets to artwork to candy to everything. So it's
I'm gonna love it. Well, you want
Want
to
to take a look?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's look at it.
All the doors are open. You can feel the breeze in here.
Absolutely. You can smell the ocean. The air comes in and the spices you start to smell. And the restaurants are all around us. This is unbelievable.
This smells so
You
good.
can smell it. You can almost taste it in the air.
Oh, seasoning. Good morning. Your display looks beautiful.
Thank you. Welcome to the Charleston City Market. This
Walsh,
is
how are
Edna's
you?
Low Country.
Thank
My name is
you.
John Zetta Taylor. These are the Charleston Benny wafers. They are actually made with the sesame seeds. The seeds were originated in Africa. The African name for sesame is Benny. I have a sample.
I would love to try
Oh, I'll try anything.
You can just eat them by
Cheers.
themselves, maybe with some ice cream, coffee or tea.
Oh man.
That's delicious.
If I'm gonna cook something at home that's Charleston, what spice blend would you
Well, we
recommend?
have a couple. We have one called Charleston Hospitality.
Sounds
there you go.
appropriate.
And this is just a little blend of onions, lemon peeling, parsley, and garlic.
The garlic in that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, look at this. This is a Ken Bowman picture here. It looks like black, but it's
Yeah.
actually Charleston's own Charleston green. That's what the shutters are. That's
I
what it
think
looks
I've
like.
seen that color and thought it was black
No,
throughout
it's-
all the properties.
Charleston green. Oh, you got to check this out. This is totally Charleston.
beautiful.
Only in Charleston, the sweetgrass basket.
The tradition of sweetgrass baskets goes back a long ways in Charleston history, right?
Yes. Started with the slaves when they were brought in from Sierra Leone in West Africa, and each generation from that time to now has taught this art. I learned from my grandmom, and I've given it to a daughter and two granddaughters.
How does that make you feel to be able to
Oh.
continue that legacy for your grandmother?
I love it.
Preserve a craft that deserves to be
yes.
preserved.
This basket is made from pine straw, sweetgrass, bulrushes, and palm. And the tradition was they would do a pestling and mortaring of the rice, dump it all in here, and then they would flip this, and the shaft would blow away, and the rice would fall back in.
Explains the shape too.
Yeah.
Yes, and
And they have a special feel.
Oh,
You can-
gosh, they
you know,
do.
If you feel them,
Yes,
it's
yes.
like
Yeah,
it's
that's
soft.
soft.
It's
Very
not.
soft. You
It's
expect
not a
it to be
typical
coarse.
basket.
would you like to try it? Put it over there,
Okay.
and then I'm going to make the space for you.
Okay.
Right there. See the
Just like
spoon?
that? Okay.
Yeah, and then pull that over. I'll take this out and push it in that little space I made. All the way and pull. So
Wow.
so you just put in a stitch like I did.
Thank you for continuing to keep
Yes.
this tradition
Oh,
alive.
gosh. It's the best thing I could have done. My grandmother instilled in me the importance of knowing who you are, taking what you get and making what you need. I did it, and I'm happy.
still doing it.
I do it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so glad we started our Southern weekend here.
It is a great place. You can take a little piece of Charleston wherever you go. It's fantastic.
True. I expected to take away goods from the market, which
Right,
I did.
sure, absolutely.
But what I didn't expect to take away was all the philosophical conversations and the life lessons that we heard from the vendors there.
It's goods, it's gifts, it's food, but it's history, it's culture.
Right.
I mean, the depth is incredible.
And I love that the value of your purchases go to supporting that history being continued for the next generation to
And
come.
when folks come, they really can appreciate that. You're going to come back every week. You're going to love it. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll head to a tea plantation to learn how to properly taste or slurp a fresh cup.
Charleston, South Carolina is probably one of the most known cities throughout the South. But one thing you may not know about the Low Country is that it also features one of the only working plantations in America where they grow this, tea. Nice to meet you, Bill.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Tell me
Molly.
everything I need to know about Charleston Tea Plantation.
Well, this is the only large-scale commercially grown tea in America. The tea plantation is actually 127 acres. Every acre of tea is 5,200 plants. So we have hundreds of thousands of tea plants on the farm here.
Is Charleston just especially great climate for growing tea, or?
Well, what tea likes is high temperature, high humidity, good rainfall, and good drainage. And Charleston offers all of that.
Let's go explore.
All right, sounds
Very
good.
cool.
These are the tea plants once they've been in the nursery where they formed a root system. They get planted out here, and in 5 years they reach maturity and ready for harvest.
How do you go about harvesting tea from the plants?
Well, we have a machine that straddles the hedgerow and just cuts off the top 2 leaves in a bud as it goes down the row. Because this is the tender, juicy leaves that grow up every 15 to 18 days.
If you tasted these leaves, would it taste like tea?
No, well, you can taste them. They're a little on the bitter side, but it's what tea is. Very healthy for you, full of antioxidants.
Yeah, bitter.
It's bitter.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's used to make tea.
So now we're in the factory where all the tea magic happens.
Right. The first thing is the tea gets withered. The tea comes from the field with about 80% moisture. In the withering stage, we want to reduce that moisture to 68%. Then goes through the grinders, where you break the cell wall of the leaf and expose the tea juices to the air. It then goes on the oxidation bed where that tea will turn from a bright green color to a coppery orange, then into the dryer for 28 minutes at 250 degrees. The leaf curls in, seals in the tea juices, and it turns from that coppery orange to black tea. But then we have to remove some of the stems and fiber that are in the leaf, and that's done with static electricity. There's plastic wheels that spin around pressed against felt, and they create static electricity. The tea passes underneath and sucks all the stem and fiber out, and the black tea continues on, and that's the finished product. You now have black tea.
So Bill, this must be the best part of your day then. You actually get to taste the fruit of your labor.
This is after everything we saw earlier today. So I'm going to give you a quick summary of how we taste tea. Okay? The first thing we look at is the finished leaf, which is nice, neat black tea. And then the cup of tea should be nice and bright and clear and very flavory. And then the last thing, this is what a tea taster does. Oh, that's delicious. Give it a try, see what you think, Molly.
Like that?
Yeah.
It's so funny because you think of tea as being so proper. It seems like
Well,
it goes
this
against
is-
tea tasting.
This is the tea tasting side. There you go.
Like that?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
The
I'm real
idea is
embarrassed
to
of it.
spray it across your palate. And it should be a nice, smooth flavor
I
to
feel like
you.
if I did this in a restaurant, I'd get kicked out.
And then let it roll around your mouth. Do you feel how smooth that tastes?
It does taste very smooth.
Yeah, not harsh and bitter at all.
No.
And this is the freshest tea you're going to find in this country. This was grown 2 days ago out in the field.
Bill, this has been so fascinating. Thank you so much for showing me around today.
No, it's been a pleasure having you here, and I hope you enjoyed your visit to the tea farm.
Good. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To tea.
To tea.
Coming up, if you like brisket, we've got you covered. We'll fire up the smokers when the Southern Weekend continues.
If you want to see more from any of our road trips, check out thesouthernweekend.com. You'll find videos of our adventures across the South, as well as great tips and recipes. All that and more, anytime you want it, at thesouthernweekend.com.
Oh, I've been walking, eyes open wide, and I've been looking at the brighter side. Driving through the mountains, been to the sea. I've seen the city lights, and I believe life's pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like a Georgia peach, my Georgia peach. Life's pretty sweet.
It's no secret the South is home to delicious barbecue, but in Charleston, you can find some of the best brisket we've ever tasted. Welcome to Lewis's Barbecue.
Hey, Molly.
How's it going,
How's it
John?
going?
Nice to
Good to
meet
see
you. John, you're the pioneer of Texas barbecue. Then why are we here in Charleston and not in Texas?
I grew up in El Paso, Texas, and when I was 18, I moved to Austin, Texas, and that's where I found out what Central Texas barbecue was
That's
all
where
about.
you were bit. Why do you think you all have been so successful here in Charleston?
Well, when I was looking for a place to bring Texas barbecue to, I was looking for a city that already had sort of a barbecue tradition, but not the style that we were doing, and so we're doing something different that's different than everyone else's barbecue.
What is Texas style barbecue and how does it differ to the barbecue that the other southern states are used to?
And the main thing is it's beef-based. There's a thing in Texas called the Holy Trinity. It's an order of brisket, pork spare rib, and sausage.
And that's like
And that's kind of like, that's what
plate.
Texas barbecue is. The other thing would be not much attention to sauce. Try to make the barbecue just as flavorful as possible without saucing.
You have like a cult following. I mean, people flock from really far to come to your barbecue. Why do you think that is?
Barbecue is something that's not just a food, it's also sort of an event. We try to recreate the atmosphere of a backyard barbecue that you would have with your friends. It's relaxed, it's fun, everyone gets together, everyone's sharing the same platter of food. So it's just a good time for everyone.
Well, I'd love to see how your brisket is cured, made. Well, I don't even know the right word to use.
Cooked, smoked.
Smoked. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, you want to check it out?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Whoa, a little bit of a temperature difference
warm.
in here. Wow. So
So-
this is the engine.
That's the engine, it's all Carolina oak.
Really?
Well, that's what grows around here, so we want to use hardwood. We can go this way a little bit.
So walk me through the process of everything that takes place back here.
Well, these are our pits. My dad and I built these.
Okay,
But
so-
these are old 1,000-gallon propane tanks that we've repurposed.
So what time do you start in the mornings?
About 3 a.m. It's pretty much 24 hours. There's only about maybe 1 hour, hour and a half that no one's here.
So 3 a.m. you arrive. Walk me through the process.
Arrive, start putting this stuff on the meat right here. This is our dry rub right there.
And you're probably not going to tell me what's in this dry rub, are you?
There's a lot of pepper in it, and there's a
All
lot
right,
of salt
well,
in
let's
it.
start.
It's
What's
mostly pepper and
the
salt.
orange in here?
Those are secrets.
All right, so season.
It's seasoned, then we throw them on. Start
Okay.
real low temperature, and at the end get real hot. This is
Wow,
what's
look
going
at
on right now.
those. Look at that.
So these are for dinner service, and they're about 4 hours away from being done right now.
How do you keep it so tender and juicy?
Well, we're using the prime grade of beef, so it's got an intense amount of fat marbled throughout the meat, and that kind of just self-bastes itself from the inside out.
That's awesome. I'd love to try one. Do we have any that don't
Oh, yeah.
have? We don't have to wait 4 hours
Yeah,
to
we've
cook
got some
for.
that's done.
That'd be fun.
Yep.
Well, after all the work in the pits, this is the payoff, huh?
Yeah,
This is what it's all about.
Let's get in there. If you don't want to look like an amateur,
I don't want to look like it.
leave these alone.
Oh, we really get in there.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? I guess the brisket.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's start with the
You're
brisket.
not going to need a knife.
Okay. Seriously, it's that tender?
Yeah.
Good grief. So fun to see how it's made and then get to reap the reward of the hard work.
Does it work?
Holy cow. That's amazing. Gosh. That will change anybody's opinion on barbecue until they've had this. You haven't had barbecue until you've had that. That is awesome. It's perfect. It's not super salty. It's like the perfect amount of seasoning. How long did it take you to perfect this recipe? Because
Yeah, thousands and thousands of dollars thrown away briskets and years trying to come up with the perfect
Man.
smoker.
as a customer, it was worth it to me. Thank you for everything you did to get this recipe right.
Spring Island is one of South Carolina's best kept secrets.
Well, Spring Island is a very unique community. It's a 3,200 acre island. It's a nature-based community. It's located south of Charleston, outside of Beaufort, South Carolina. It's 3,200 acres with only 400 members. So it's a pretty dynamic community. People come here from all over the country to build their dream home.
Spring Island is one of those rare places in South Carolina where its very rich history is still present when you travel around the island.
When you come across the bridge to Spring Island, you're met with what appears to be unbridled nature. We have 30 miles of nature trails that people can ride horses on, ride trail bikes, walk their dogs.
Spring Island is a nature preserve. It's got very old forests, and it's got a wide diversity of habitats. The kind of people that come here are looking for a place where they can enjoy nature, and they're also looking to be part of a community.
Very large home sites, all distinctive homes, a wide range of amenities. We have fishing, we have saltwater ponds, freshwater ponds. We have a hunting plantation close by that we use for quail hunting, sporting clays, golf.
It has a great golf course, it has the tennis courts, but they all fit into the landscape. So what people are here for is what nature does to people when they live close to it. Lowers your blood pressure, it's a calm place to be, and really it's a new world to discover.
People love to come here and be themselves. This is a place that everyone can be who they are. There's a new energy in Spring Island, new homes under construction, older homes being renovated. Just come here to enjoy life, to enjoy the restorative power of trees, and take part in whatever nature has to offer.
During our visit to Charleston, we were invited to Boone Hall Plantation, where visitors can get a better understanding of what plantation life was like. It's been a working farm since the late 1600s and features a market where you can sample local seafood and produce grown and picked just steps away. It also has breathtaking grounds, which are a popular wedding venue, and it features a truly spectacular home built in the 1930s.
With more than 700 acres to explore here, we probably should get started.
Good morning. How are you?
Molly, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Man, this is incredible.
Often when people visit Boone Hall, they think they can come in for an hour or so and see everything, but you can't. There's too much. It's all inclusive as well. So you have the house, you also have the tram tour that takes you around the plantation and you see all the agriculture. So you need probably at least 3 hours to enjoy Boone Hall.
Well, I know we got a lot to see, so I'm happy to get started if you want.
All right, let's go.
Gosh, this is stunning.
Now that staircase is called a cantilever or free-flowing staircase. Each step supports the next step. And the owners don't even use that staircase because there's only 3 left in Charleston.
Look at these ceilings.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at all the brick.
This is the library. It's also known as the drawing room.
This
They
is
would
kind of
come
like
in
the
here.
family room.
Yes, they would actually come in here and talk to one another. And then the slave street that we're getting ready to visit, that's going to be all along our right side here. There's
Okay.
actually 8 cabins that you're able to visit.
And you said they're unique, so it's almost like little museums.
They are. First 3 are day-to-day lives of the slaves, and then as you move along, it's the move towards emancipation, freedom, and then civil rights. We're getting ready to step to the 9th cabin, and that's where the Gullah presentation takes place.
Oh, what's that?
Well, the Gullah presentation is actually a story of history, folklore, and of the Gullah people, and it's actually from a descendant of the Gullah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty neat, really is.
So we're here at the Gullah Theater at Boone Hall Plantation, and you're one of the presenters of this presentation. So tell me about this presentation, what it's all about.
My name Gullah Joe.
I'm Gullah Joe. I introduce people to the Gullah Geechee culture. When I do my presentations, you know, I introduce them and give them a little taste of Gullah in a way that's entertaining.
My guru, the Buddha show.
I want people to appreciate culture. When we can appreciate one's culture, I think we can live better. You can feel the love, and you can feel the Gullah. And so when I can bring them into my world, and I can see that they're enjoying my world, then I believe they will respect my world.
That's why it's important for me to introduce to you all the Gullah Geechee culture.
This market is an attraction all in itself. I could do major pocketbook damage in here. I want to buy everything I see.
Oh yeah, it's we do farm to table. We've got fresh seafood off the docks. We've tried to be as local as possible here at Boone Hall.
And it's seasonal too. You're getting it right from the farm.
Oh yeah, straight from the farm, straight to the market here and on your plate.
It seems like a really unique market.
Yeah, it is. Just the product, you know, and how we support local here, you know, you're just not going to find it anywhere else.
It's more than just a store or a
You
market.
bet. It's family.
It's amazing to me that Boone Hall Plantation has been a working farm for more than 300 years. So what are some of the different crops that people can buy here at the farm?
Strawberries and peaches, muscadines, scuppernines, and then you roll right on into tomatoes. And we're standing in the middle of our okra patch here today. Okra is a southern staple here in the South. This is the perfect size okra.
Really?
Here, you can,
It looks so little.
you bite that.
Oh, you can just eat it like
You
that?
can eat it raw. It's kind of sweet and tasty. And see, people put all this seasoning in it.
That's delicious.
It's
That's
really,
so
really
good. The seeds give it a nice little kind of buttery texture, but you've got the crispness of the outside. Ooh.
I always knew that Boone Hall Plantation was an historical attraction, but I didn't realize until coming here today and talking to you that it's really so much more than that. It serves this whole community here, and it's just been such an awesome opportunity to come see it. Thank you so much.
Kiawah Island is an amazing barrier island. The pristine beauty of this island and the amenities that we have here is unsurpassed. The accommodations that we have are private homes and villas. We have selection from 1-bedroom up to 8-bedroom luxury homes.
We are a 5-star hotel. Every greeting, every conversation, every smile, every approach to what we do every single day comes with a 5-star approach. If you have a couple getting away, or if you have a family, we can cater to that experience, no matter what you're looking for.
There's lots of areas that you can go around and simply explore on your own or with your family, whether by bicycle or on foot.
We run over 45 different tours and activities, whether you want to go fishing, whether you want to find out about birds, alligators, bobcats. The list is endless.
There's 20 miles of bicycle trails, there's a 10-mile beach, and if you're a tennis fanatic, there's 24 tennis courts. The tennis program at Kiawah is ranked #1 in the world, and we have a lot of activities during the week for the whole family, so you can come here and enjoy yourself.
And then the golf, Kiawah Island Golf Resort, that is in our name, that is what we do.
The thing and the beauty of the golf at Kiawah is with 5 different courses by 5 different architects. And I think that's what sets us apart from other resorts, that you can come here for a week and play 5 different courses and have 5 different looks.
If you're hungry, this is your place to come and eat. The restaurants, we have a palate for every single taste out there.
In my opinion, the main reason why to come here is just the natural setting, the beauty of the beaches, the tranquility. It's just very peaceful and very calming.
I think there's just a recharge and a rejuvenation that happens here that happens all by itself. You really won't find any other island like this in the United States.
Coming up, break out your surfboards. We'll head to the beach for a lesson in hanging 10.
We're here in Charleston, South Carolina this Southern weekend, and one of the best things about this city is the location. Not only can you spend a day exploring downtown, but the ocean is just a few miles away. So even for beginner surfers like me, nothing beats catching a few waves on a beautiful morning. Well, Folly Beach is pretty serene.
I know, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
How are the conditions?
It's good. It's a little less wind than predicted.
Well, I'm ready to learn. I'm excited.
Awesome. I'm going to give you a couple of safety tips and a couple of stretches, different things that you can do, kind of a muscle memory connection. Let's walk over here.
Okay.
Take your left foot back. Exhale right through a down dog. Feel how light you can be. Yeah. Step both feet together. Very good. And exhale, let it go. Bend the knees, ankles, hips. So you're just kind of warming up. Get low, open up in a surf stance one more time. Okay. So your feet are about shoulders distance apart. Your spine looks a little more round instead of flat.
Okay.
Yes, that looks great. Now we're going to learn how to pop up.
Okay.
So can I borrow that board?
Yes.
So you're going to lie on your board like this, and I'm going to ask you to paddle. Paddle, paddle, paddle with everything you got. You're going to feel that sensation of the wave picking you up. 1, 2, back foot, front foot, turn, come up.
Do that one more time.
Okay, nice and slow. But basically, watch my foot position. Foot's in place, foot's in place.
Right.
So
And
they're
you're
not
super
like this.
low.
Yes, and you're low. You know, you don't want to keep your hands on the deck till your feet are in position.
Okay.
Up, up. Awesome, perfect. When your feet hit the deck, you want to be right there in the middle.
Okay.
With control, then you're up, up, up. Yep,
Okay,
and keep your torso a little bit more like this. Yep,
Okay.
yep. Go low, go low, go low, go low. Give me some style. So, yep, you want your hands like this, something like that. Yeah, does that look better? Yes. Gonna try one more?
Yeah. Sure.
Are you fired up? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go, go, go. Paddle, paddle, paddle. It's the best wave of your life. You're about to get it, and you're up. Yes,
When it's
yes,
like
yes, yes, yes. Bam, perfect. Style, yes. Yep, yep, yep. Put your hips this way. Yep, yep. Get low, get low. You're about to get barrel now.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Good.
It's so funny because there's so many different technical things you're learning at this phase.
Yeah.
What does it feel like when you finally get it and you're riding a wave?
Oh, it's so exhilarating. It's like you can't put it into words, but it just feels like you're capturing this energy that only is going to happen that one time.
What a cool
being
hobby.
one, it feels like connecting with nature. Yeah.
There aren't many opportunities people have to do that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're good.
Are you
Awesome.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready. You're ready.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I underestimated the amount of arm strength you need to surf. I was thinking it was all legs, but the paddling,
Yeah.
You're such a good teacher. Thank
Oh,
you so
thank
much.
you. You did great.
Thank you. I
So
got fun.
The Charleston Gilliard Center is an absolutely grand and amazing venue that was built for our community.
One, it's a stunning building. It's a great representation of our area. When you attend the building or you come to the building, you'll see the colors of the Low Country, you'll see palmetto trees, you'll see the crescent moon, you'll see the camellias. Those are very iconic pieces of where we live, and we're very proud of that. As a performance hall, we have the typical events you expect to attend at a performing arts center. We have concerts, we have Broadway plays, we have classical music. The Charleston Symphony Orchestra performs here. So we're very fortunate to have a wide breadth of performing arts to appeal to all members of the Low Country and even outside the Low Country.
The part that means the most to me is that it was built for our community. So everyone in the Low Country is welcome in this facility. It's here for our community members, and most importantly, it's here for our children to be exposed to the arts.
But the best thing about the Charleston Gilliard Center is that we're a nonprofit. And so every ticket that you purchase to attend here helps provide arts education for students throughout the Low Country, and in particular, barrier-free arts education for every student, and they get the chance to experience something that is remarkable. Arts education is something that really improves the outcomes for students across the country. Participating in the performing arts, whether you play an instrument, whether you stand on stage, whether you create backdrops.
We'll fill the hall with 1,800 students to come see a performance, or whether they're up on our stage for a master class or they're in our salons for jazz camp.
Being exposed to the arts and the creativity behind that helps us foster children who are going to grow up to be great leaders in our community. One of the best things about the Charleston Gilliard Center is that we're located in the heart of the historic district of downtown Charleston. So you not only get the chance to come to this beautiful building, improve the lives of children with your purchase, but you get to explore downtown Charleston.
What we do here is life-changing. It's truly making a mark in the Lowcountry, and I could not be more thrilled to be a part of it.
Still to come, you'll never guess what these nachos are topped with. Here's a hint, these aren't tomatoes. That and more when the Southern Weekend continues.
Oh, I've been walking, eyes open wide, and I've been looking at the brighter side. Traveled through the mountains, been to the sea. I've seen the city lights, and I believe life's pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like a Georgia peach, my Georgia peach. Life's pretty sweet.
Folly Beach, South Carolina is a classic southern beach town known for its relaxed and almost funky atmosphere. Visitors come here year-round, and when they do, they often come to this local restaurant, Rita's, for fresh seafood and ice-cold crushes. What do you think makes a really great beach restaurant?
Air conditioning on the inside. You can
We're
sit
going with the priorities first.
or you can sit outside. You're covered from the sun, but you still have that breeze that's coming through.
Rita's seems like it's more than just a restaurant in this town. It seems like it's a staple in this town.
It is the staple in this town. We're the only place on the island that smokes our food. That bacon is back there smoking. People are like, I smell something. I think it's coming from this place. So it's Rita's. Duh. We're known for our tuna nachos, for our fish and shrimp tacos, mojitos, crushes like we have here. You are having the Hawaiian crush. It is a fruit punch vodka, orange juice, pineapple juice, and Sprite to top off for that little bit of carbonation. They're kind of simple drinks, but they're super refreshing. Coming off the beach, this is what you want to have.
This is exactly what I want to have. And probably some tuna nachos and some
Exactly.
shrimp tacos.
Just to accompany it, it's perfect.
Hey,
how are you today?
Nice. Just the lady I wanted to see.
Tuna nachos and
Fish and chip tacos.
Oh, those look awesome. I thought those were tomatoes. Is that watermelon?
Yeah, so this is watermelon pico de gallo. It's kind of our staple at Rita's. It sweetens it because you do have the jalapenos and the green peppers and the black beans. So you have all your vegetables and you gotta have a fruit. So it's like a full meal. These are our fish and shrimp tacos. It's cut mahi, jumbo shrimp. They dice and saute them with the vegetables, the peppers. Then we have our own coleslaw that we make in-house that they lay on top of that. On the top you can see the jalapeno aioli. The fries are awesome. There are 5 seasonings: garlic, salt, sugar.
I'm sorry, only in the South.
Only in the South.
All right, let's get in here. Let's do a nacho bite. Good grief. Isn't this, I assume this is fresh tuna?
Yes.
That's so good with the watermelon. I've never think to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. Well, it's quite funny because most of the time I'll come to the table and they'll go, "These are the sweetest tomatoes I've ever had." And I go, "Well, it's watermelon." They go, "Oh, that makes sense." We'll just blame it on the fact they've had a couple crushes. Yeah.
This looks like it's gonna be messy. That aioli
was awesome.
It's perfect. That just wraps up all the flavors in this perfect little blanket
And
of taco.
it's not overwhelmingly hot, because it is like a pickled jalapeno that we use.
Man, those are delicious. I'd have a hard time choosing between those two.
Yeah, they're.
Fortunately, today we don't have to.
We don't have to. We have both.
You fed me lunch today. I'm so appreciative. This is delicious. I'm so glad you all are here in this community.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming to Folly Beach and having our 2 most popular entrees.
I can see why they're the most popular.
Yes.
All right, I'm going back in.
Folly's just neat because it's really kind of an original beach town.
It's kind of like you've dropped off the face of the earth.
Small island, so we're all close to each other.
You don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to do anything. It's just laid back, slow down, relax, it's Folly.
Now offering over 25 restaurants and bars. And we go all the way from Southern food to New York style pizza, excellent seafood caught right off the island with that home feel of right here, right now, Folly Beach.
There are a ton of rentals, from beach little cottages to large oceanfront homes. There's just a lot of different options that people can choose from, including large hotels, which would be tides on, down on the beach, and then a couple of little more bed and breakfast and inn type of properties. So it's really diverse, and I think people enjoy that.
Folly Beach is the best surfing in South Carolina. We're the only surfing beach in the area.
Surfing scene is great. We have a beautiful beach to surf on, and everybody's just out here to have a good time and support each other.
Folly Beach has something to offer everyone. So we recommend that you put your flip-flops on and come out and join us.
Folly Beach is fun and funky. It's Charleston's beach town.
Coming up, what do you get when you mix craft beer with giant slices of pizza?
That's delicious, too.
I'd say heaven, but I guess we'll find out when the Southern Weekend returns. Just up the road from downtown Charleston is North Charleston, where we got an inside look at what makes this charming city so unique.
North Charleston is centrally located in the greater Charleston area, and what makes it a great location to visit, you're about 15 minutes from the beaches heading east, about 10 minutes from downtown, and then if you want to head out to historical plantations and gardens, you're about a 15-20 minute drive heading west. We've got Riverfront Park, which is where we're at today, and it's a beautiful location to come whether you're a local or you're a visitor and you want to get out and jog or take your dog out or just enjoy a little picnic by the water on the Cooper River. Before you leave North Charleston, you need to check out Park Circle, which is just a few miles from where we're sitting, and it's chock full of restaurants and pubs and little local eateries. So if you love food,
I do.
Excellent, then you need to head over to Park Circle.
Describe Park Circle to someone like me who's never been here before.
It's a tight little unique community, just about 8 miles up from downtown. That's a lot of musicians and artists and young families. It's probably the most vibrant community, I think, in my opinion, in all of Charleston.
So if you go to Charleston and you don't come to North Charleston,
yeah,
you're missing out.
It's a secret so far, but you definitely are missing out.
I'm blowing it right
now.
now.
Yeah, you definitely are. It's lots of restaurants and bars and music and kind of a vibrant little walking community here. Food scene is very eclectic and changing all the time. There's everything from barbecue and an Irish pub to like some of the best pizza in town. Between dive bars and craft beer, it's all covered really well. There's the Sparrow over here, the Mill down at the end of the block, and Dig Bar.
Do you think this type of unique atmosphere could exist anywhere else, or is it just working for some reason really well here in North Charleston?
In the metro area of Charleston, there's nothing like this community. It's definitely creating its own identity, and it's definitely unique.
Dorchester County is a great place to visit if you like to get outdoors and just see the natural world. We're at the Audubon Center at Francis Beidler Forest, which is located in Four Hole Swamp, South Carolina. Some of the options here at Beidler Forest, for just the walk-in-the-door visitor, you can come tour the boardwalk. It's 1 3/4 miles, get you out in the swamp, but also has some hiking trails there. Beautiful, typical southern mixed hardwood woods. Lots of wildlife here, but it's not a zoo. Great bird life. We have 140 species of bird here throughout the course of the year, so it's always good bird watching. There's over 300 species of vertebrate possible here. Reptiles are well represented here. We've got alligators, we've got turtles, we've got lizards. If you take your time and go slow and look for stuff, it usually produces a pretty good result for you. There's the Ashley River, we've got the Edisto River, beautiful blackwater streams that are wonderful for paddling, for canoeing, kayaking, non-motorized type recreation.
Well, this area is kind of unique. We have the Ashley River, the Cooper River, the Wando River. This river is over, 250 miles long. It stretches through 13 counties or so from top to the bottom all the way to Edisto Beach. It's just serenity, God's world, going into Beidler Forest or paddling into the swamp and seeing these huge 1,000-year-old trees. It just blows my mind.
In addition to wild areas, there's some great historical sites in the county as well. You've got Middleton Place Plantation, you've got Colonial Dorchester State Park, just steeped in local history.
I've had a chance to meet people from all over the map. I get people from Myrtle Beach, I get people from Savannah, Hilton Head, Greenville. I mean, all over the map come here. It's amazing.
The beauty of our location is either heading into Charleston, we're just off the interstate on your way into Charleston, or on your way out of Charleston, you're passing right by us. We're probably South Carolina's best kept secret.
Up next, it's time for beer and pizza. And this slice is a monster.
I helped make it and I'm still surprised by the size of it.
Stay with us.
often find myself craving both cold beer and pizza, and I think to myself, why can't these both just exist under the same roof? Well, it's because I don't live in Charleston, South Carolina, where they have Frothy Beard Brewing Company. So let's go inside and get both. Hey,
Hi.
Molly.
Michael.
Nice to meet you. I'm so
You
happy
too.
to be here.
Welcome.
I've heard a lot about your all's beers, but I think the first question I have for you is the story behind Frothy Beard Brewing Company. How did you come up with that name?
Frothy Beard Brewing Company came from a love of having facial hair. Also, we're Tolkien fans, so
Yes.
every time after a big battle or an adventure, you'd see them return to the pub, sling back a big beer, and it'd just be dripping down their face. The Frothy Beard, that's how it came about. We like to infuse a lot of different flavors and styles into the beer, from our horchata stout, which uses like rice and spices and chocolate in it, to our jalapeno cilantro pale ale, which has jalapenos and cilantro in the beer, gives a nice big kick at the end.
Where did the pizza come into the mix?
Ryan's been a good friend of us for the last 3 years. He was running around town doing pizza out of a food truck, which was crazy at the time. Started bartending for us about a year ago. We just were like, that's a perfect marriage. Like, you're already here with us, it's great. You know, why not bring pizza and beer, which everyone loves, together? Let's go take a walk through the sanctuary.
The sanctuary. So why do you call this the sanctuary?
So this used to be a church. The tasting room was the foyer of the church, and this was actually the sanctuary. That's why we named one of our beers Holy Water.
Oh,
That was
really?
the first time we brewed it was here at this brewery.
Well, let me try one of these. Which is which?
Okay, so we got cucumber thyme over here and watermelon wheat over here.
Whoa.
Cucumber
You can
thyme.
taste the cucumber,
Yeah.
but it's not heavy. I mean,
No.
it's just pretty perfect.
Watermelon wheat. Yet another wheat beer, but a watermelon puree that the beer sits on, absorbing all the flavor and the color, giving a nice little pink hue. So.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yes,
All right,
one of my
this
favorite
is
summer
one of my
beers.
favorites
Yeah.
now. Where do you get your inspiration for all these different flavors?
You know, you go around to restaurants and other places, and they're playing with different food combinations, or you know, you have a cookie, and you're like, oh, a Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. That'd be a great beer for winter time. So it just depends on what we see around.
Well, now that I've decided my beer of choice, I might go get a larger version of this and go grab a slice of pizza too.
All right,
Thanks,
great
Michael.
seeing you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Ryan, this is the largest pizza board I've ever seen. I think it's 3 times the size of my torso.
It's a custom made.
I can imagine it's custom made.
Being Zombie Bob's, we have to make our mark, and we do that with our
The name
monster
didn't
slices.
make it enough.
It's about a 35-inch diameter. This dough is actually a beer-infused sourdough.
And then you use the beer
We do
from right
use
here?
a
Frothy
specialized beer that was brewed specifically for this dough. They named it after Zombie Bob's for Back from the Dead Porter. I had to throw some Southern flair on it by adding beer, and I actually use grits as well. So
You really?
yes, I do.
That's a riot. Where did the name Zombie Bob's come from?
I like old horror movies and zombies and things like that, so it just kind of popped in place, and it just made it work.
You need a pot of sauce that big to fill that
So
surface area.
it gets 3 ladles, 3 12-ounce
3
ladles.
ladles of sauce. And you make the sauce yourself too?
We do make the sauce ourselves, right?
So now the cheese.
Parmesan.
Okay.
And then do you want to help me with some mozzarella?
Sure.
We're gonna put it in, ease it off the board.
That's an art in itself. Just getting it off the board.
That's it.
And so how long does it cook for?
It's gonna cook for roughly about 10 minutes.
All right, cool. Well, I'll go get a seat then.
Awesome.
You guys
I'll have it
fun
out for you
figuring
in just a second.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
No problem. All right, Molly. Very own monster slice.
I'm helped make it, and I'm still surprised by the size of it. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. How do you even bite them? That's delicious, too. Not only is it massive, it's really, really good. That wraps up this road trip. I'm Molly McKinney, and we'll see you next time on The Southern Weekend.
Oh, I've been walking, eyes open wide, and I've been looking Travel through the mountains, been to the sea. I've seen the city lights, and I believe life's pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like a Georgia peach, my Georgia peach. Life's pretty sweet.